Hello dear twin flames, and welcome to this new reading for this new week. The upper row is the energy of the divine masculine and the lower row is the energy of the divine feminine. Okay, so let's come to the first card. The first card here is the Six of Swords. The divine masculine is feeling stuck. This week it's mostly the energy of feeling stuck, refusing to consider different perspectives, and also not really taking like an actual journey towards the feminine. Okay, I mean there are a lot of twin flames who are separated by distance. So the divine masculine is not actually trying to close the distance. They're not inspired to make a physical meeting happen, and they are just feeling stuck. They're feeling uninspired, and they're feeling like there is no way to approach the divine feminine. They are afraid of the confrontation, because this is a long standing issue, and rocking the boat, it will cause a lot of conflict. They're just avoiding conflict, avoiding the confrontation, just being in denial, which is like becoming a comfort zone. Just deny everything and remain in the comfort zone, which is a safe place to be in, but not necessarily a happy place to be in. Comfort zones are places where there is no growth and there is no happiness. Everything that the divine masculine desires is outside of his comfort zone. He just needs to make himself uncomfortable, prepare himself to face the confrontation and the conflict which will arise once he really decides to move towards the DF. Okay, in the second card, we see the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The divine masculine is displaying this lack of maturity and responsibility, which is exhausting the emotional goodwill of the divine feminine. They have been trying so hard to avoid and deny their feelings. Not realizing that there's a fine line between being carefree and being careless. Trying to act aloof and act distant and detached, it can cost them the emotional goodwill of the divine feminine. There's going to be a breaking point where the feminines are just going to say that if this is meant to happen, then let it happen. They're no longer going to be wanting to nurture the relationship. There is a lot of energy of blaming the feminine for everything and trying to push responsibility on the feminine for everything that's happening in the connection, and that is something which is causing blocks in the connection. Okay, in the next card we see darkest fears, and we see this moon and sun eclipse, the phases of the eclipse. So the deepest and darkest fear of the divine masculine is losing the feminine. Once they need to analyze this fear and heal and release it. Eclipse it's kind of showing this, the sun and the shadow of the moon coming on the sun, and then again the shadow is going away. Just it's symbolic of shadow work. Like, it's very important for the divine masculine to do shadow work at this time. Many masculines are feeling the need to be in solitude to do this required shadow work. Go within themselves, reflect and re-evaluate the connection. Shadow work is when we allow every element inside of us, we allow it to be transmuted to light. Like the twin flame connection, it illuminates everything that needs to be healed in the soul of the masculine. But this shadow work is very important because many masculines, they carry deep-seated wounds, subconscious wounds from previous relationships, from childhood. And knowing that you are not alone, knowing that you are born with this twin flame who always loved you unconditionally throughout your life, that is helping the masculine heal and do his shadow work and raise his vibration. The solitude card here is about the masculines needing time alone. When the masculines are withdrawing or detaching from the feminines, it's not really that they do not care or they do not want to be with you. They have their own inner work to be done. They need time for the tremendous mental activity going on within their minds. They are becoming more and more aware of their soul and heart, and this is strengthening their connection with divine source. They are like a student, they have been introduced to this magical journey and they are very fascinated. They want to learn everything about this journey. They want to read up, use the internet or use books or whatever to learn more about this journey, to learn more about the twin flame journey. It's like their whole world, the old world doesn't exist. From the time the divine feminine has entered the masculine's life, they are in a new world. And whatever they have learned so far in their life doesn't help the twin flame journey. This is a totally different game. So yeah, they are educating themselves. They are being alone and reflecting upon their life. The next card is the Fool. There's a lot of eclipse energy in this reading. There are many cards showing eclipses. Again, we have an eclipse. The shadow over the sun. The moon is casting shadow over the sun. And the eclipse is also symbolic of the twin flame reunion. So we see this path here. It's darkness. There is an eclipse and the path is dark. The divine masculine is getting comfortable, stepping out into the unknown, where there is no illumination, there is no clear path, there is no direction. And then they see the feminine at a distance. But yeah, they have faith. They do have faith in this journey. They have faith, trust and belief in the universe, that the universe has brought the feminine in their lives for some purpose, and where there exists no logical proof that this could be real. Logically it seems unreal, but still deep inside they have this trust that whatever has happened to them in their life has led them to this, and this is meant to be, and this is destined, and this is fate. I mean, there are many masculines who never used these words before in their lives. They never believed in destiny and never believed in fate, but now they are beginning to believe in that. This whole connection is pushing them into acknowledging the role of destiny, the role of the universe conspiring in their lives, knowing that they are not alone, and they're part of this big cosmic game, and there is a greater force out there influencing them and their lives. Coming to the energy of the Divine Feminine, in the first card we see the Eight of Cups. This is the energy of the Divine Feminine letting go. There is only so much that you can push, and so much you can chase, and so much you can try to reason out with the masculine. This is the energy of the Divine Feminine, just letting it go. There's a waterfall. This is the twin flame love. It's a waterfall of emotions, but the Divine Feminine's cups are empty. Like the waterfall is just taking this turn around the cups. The cups are empty. The Divine Masculine is not filling the cups with his love. So the feminine, they are turning away from this push and pull dynamic, and they're concentrating on their ascension, on their evolution. You can see this woman, she's climbing up. She's climbing this steep slope. So there is more emphasis on soul growth. There is more emphasis on finding the purpose of this entire journey. They're coming into spiritual awakening, like finding your purpose in life and finding the deeper purpose behind everything that's happening. And there's an eclipse. The eclipse which signifies the twin flame reunion. Like they know, there is a deep knowing that the reunion is going to happen, but like they are in the energy of, if it's meant to be, it will be, and pushing and pulling is not going to make any difference. Like there is divine will at work here, and they just need to focus on their own soul growth, on their own soul work. Okay, the next card here is the Three of Pentacles. Okay, this is a message from Spirit for the Divine Feminine to focus on their work. Like the twin flame journey is a huge distraction. It takes up so much of mental space. Worrying, the anxiety, the worrying, the overthinking, the obsession with the twin flame and the twin flame journey, it is taking up so much of mental activity that like there is the need for putting more focus on work. Putting your value out there into the universe. This is just a message about the feminines focusing on their work and their life purpose, and not engaging in the push and pull dynamic too much. The Sacral Chakra, this is about sexual healing for the Divine Feminine. Deep-seated sexual wounds, sexual trauma, sexual abuse, or even being put in the place of being the weaker sex, always being suppressed and oppressed and not being allowed to use her power. Okay, this is sexual healing for the Divine Feminine. The Sacral Chakra, like women have been shamed for expressing their sexuality and not really allowed to use their sexual powers. And this journey is causing sexual healing and releasing of old deep-seated wounds and old patterns, old paradigms. Okay, coming into your goddess power. Next card is victory and success. Like whatever happens, whether it's detaching, letting go, putting the focus back on your work, but there is the inner knowing in the feminine that the twin flame reunion will happen. It is destined, it is fated, and there is no force in the universe that can stop it. Whatever is meant for you will be yours. Nobody and no force can take it away from you. Having this knowing, it just helps to just live in a better way in the twin flame journey. To not obsess about the outcome of the journey and not to worry about losing your twin flame. You cannot lose your twin flame. The divine order does not allow it. In the divine order, twin flames have to be reunited. And the last card here is the Ace of Pentacles. This is a card of new beginnings. There is going to be this new beginning for the masculine and the feminine, which will be one of abundance, having money, wealth, health, comfort, pleasure, creation, luck, and achieving all the goals. Not only relationship goals, but goals, the material goals, the wealth goals. Like everything is connected. Being materialistic is not necessarily be an evil thing. Like even the material world is a blessing. It's a divine blessing. Abundance is the right of every human being. And especially twin flames. They are blessed with abundance in all spheres of life. Okay, thank you everyone for watching my reading, and all of you all have a great day.